I think for the two of us, we are Americans who respect the European operatic tradition, that respect all those things that went into making America America at its best, plus the fact that we grew up listening to that quintessentially American music that we do towards the end of the program, the Broadway stuff. So I don't think that it's quite as unusual for the two of us to do a program like this. I think it would be much more difficult for a European pairing to do a program like this, because there are very, very few non-Americans who can really do American music the way it needs to be done. It's a cultural thing. I think that because Americans...
It's a language
thing. It's a language thing, too, but I think because Americans, like us, spring from European roots, and because we have never abandoned our European forebears. I mean, my mother was Italian, Tom is a Germanophile, and it's always just been a natural thing for the two of us, I think. Now, that's not to say that there aren't other people out there who could do it equally well or better, but we've been fortunate that we have been successful doing it.
It's a different home. It has a different garden, but it's still very much who I am, and especially as an artist, it's more about retelling the story than it is about being the story.
Yes.
And I'm very comfortable with that.
I think the hardest thing about a program like this is that one is picking out, generally speaking, the most exposed and difficult parts from every work from which we are excerpting.
Yeah.
You know, in the course of an opera, for instance, one would sing maybe one or two big moments, one or two arias and maybe a big duet. In a program like this, in the first half of the program, we have 3 substantial opera duets and 2 arias apiece. That in the span of 1 hour, and then in the second half, it's the same thing. Now, we're both very good about staying calm and focusing our energy, at least while we're performing. But I think that's the most difficult thing. I don't think that the stylistic shifts are nearly as difficult as just the physical stamina. And of course, we've both been doing this for a while, so hopefully, as one becomes more adept at one's craft, one can do that.